Hey guys, just wanted to do another video. This is of a one that I got quite a while back. It was really strange because I was just at a gun show. I was walking along, wasn't looking for anything in particular, just kind of browsing the tables, and the weirdest thing seemed to have caught my eye. And I don't know if you guys know what this is, but for those of you who don't, this is the Benchmade Aries. This is the limited edition, number 137 out of 500. The Benchmade Aries were generally, they would have G10 handles with a 154 cm blade. Generally it was, well, the blade is, blade length is 3.6 inches, and total overall is 8.2 inches in length, and the handle close length is 4.7 inches. Nothing Fancy did a really good review on the Benchmade Aries. I don't remember if he did it on this one in particular. The handle scales are wine wood. Very nice. I love the handles on this, as you guys know. This thing was beat up pretty bad. Let's see if I could get which side it was. As you guys can see, there's a little nick missing out of the wood right there. There's some scratches inside of the wood. The gentleman that I bought this from had obviously used this thing pretty well. Yeah, I can't pick up the scratches in here. The blade clip has a little bit of scratching to it. Once again, used the flits to polish it up. At the time I didn't have flits. I took the entire thing apart. It was it was a little bit crappy of an opener, pretty slow, everything. So pretty much took it apart, and the liners on the inside had some rusting to them, as well as it was just dirty completely on the inside. The thumb studs on this thing are awesome. As you guys can see, kind of a barrel with little steps right there. Jimping on it is excellent. So it's got it both in the choil as well as right here, and full flow through design. As you can see, it's got the liners are milled out, pretty thick liners. But I recently was contemplating selling this. I had seen one of these go on eBay for like $460 one day. It was brand new, unused. This is, I guess, considered a silver class, not quite gold class, but the gold class one is really unique. The liners, I believe, were titanium blue. I can't remember what the scales were, but it came with a Damascus blade. Very nice looking knife. And this was the silver class because it came in a silver box. And this one was basically a test production to the gold production, possibility of a silver class production, and then they just came out with the blue class regulars with the different G10 scale colors. It does have the access lock. The access has a detent, but when you pull it out, the blade will wiggle loose. Definitely is a very easy closer, as you guys can see, as well as opener. This thing is just super smooth. If I could do it on film without shaking my camera too much, there we go. But once you get it open, as you guys can see, you pull on these guys and that thing just closes readily. So there we go. The thumb studs work very well if I don't slip. The blade, when I got it, was super dull. I mean, this thing was, when I talked about this knife being dull. This thing was, I mean, the edge, if you guys could see, this guy abused the crap out of this thing. I mean, I got rid of a lot of the minor scratching in the blade, but this guy's, you guys could see right there, he had tried sharpening it. I think he just did a terrible job trying to sharpen it. I completely reprofiled it, and this thing is probably one of the sharper knives that I've got. I mean, it's super sharp now. I don't know how Benchmade heat treats their S30V, but this was probably the easiest S30V steel that I've ever worked with as far as getting that sharp of a tip or that sharp of an edge, because everybody else that has the S30V, you have to work at it to get a really good edge, whereas this one, pretty much I got it to a decent edge and then I stropped it up and then it became just super sharp, and the edge retention is excellent. I haven't really used it. I just kind of held on to it, and I thought about selling it. I recently was wanting to sell this, just because I'm going to be putting up a lot of blades for sale. I need to pay some bills as well as for some other projects. So I'll probably be doing a video of some knives that I'll be selling. This one will not be one of them. I have decided to keep this, so sorry guys. I just, for some reason, it's like I want to get rid of it. I've tried trading it numerous times. I always go for, you know, something that's a lot higher end. A couple of customs. I tried trading this guy as well as my Benchmade Skirmish and some other knives, and the guys just were like, well, no, I'm not really looking for some production knives right now. So this thing overall is perfect in every way. Blade centering's perfect, actuation's super butter smooth. I love it. For some reason I just can't, you know, I always want to get rid of it. I want to sell it. I want to do whatever with it, but then once I get it in hand, I can't do it. That's one of those knives that you're just like, this thing's like a safe queen. Even though it's been, you know, beating the crap out of, I still can't bring myself to use it. I don't know. I love playing with it. I love just sitting here doing this all night long, except for when I'm on video, trying not to shake my camera to fall over. But it, you know, the open and close, super smooth, just because of that access lock, the bronze phosphorus bushings are excellent. They're very big size inside of there, even due to the access lock. They're still moderately sized. I mean, still big, even though, you know, that access lock kind of gets in the way of them being even larger. The pocket clip is excellent, just like most Benchmades. I did lose this screw. I did have it. It came with the knife, but when I took it apart, it fell out somewhere, so I still haven't found it. I know it's sitting underneath my desk somewhere. It's just fell into one of those no man land zones. But one knife that I would definitely, if you guys ever get a chance to get your hands on, is this guy right here. If you could get it in the wine wood, excellent. If you decide to go for the gold class, definitely worth the money. But the regular blue class, also very worth the money. I mean, these things are sick. If you're able to get an over 3.5 inch blade and legally be able to carry it, this thing would just, you know, the cheaper lower end line would definitely be worth it. Awesome knife. I'll give you a little bit of a size comparison to the blade length. There's the Spyderco Military. As you can see, the cutting edge is just below the Military. Overall size, the handle is definitely smaller, but once again, I've got, you know, good enough hands, and that thing fits good inside of the hand. It is tip up only, but it is ambidextrous for the clip. So overall, excellent knife. So if you guys ever get a chance, I would highly recommend this. I'm not the biggest Benchmade fan, as you guys kind of know. Don't have a whole lot of Benchmades in my collection anymore, so they're just not one of my preferred knife companies out there. But this thing is definitely a sick knife, and I actually want to get one of the higher production ones, one of the blue class ones, so that I could take it out and beat on it and just use the crap out of it, because I would be playing with this thing all day long. I'd never get tired of it. So excellent knife for the money. I believe it was for the blue class is somewhere in the ranges of like 130 anywhere up to 180, depending upon who you find that's selling them. I haven't really looked them up online to see what they go for on eBay, but if anybody's selling them at the time, then you're probably pretty lucky, because these have been discontinued for some time. So awesome knife. Pick one up, guys. You'll love it. You'll never regret buying one of these guys. I mean, it's just like buying a Spyderco Military. You'll never want to let it go, ever. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully my detail was getting a little bit better. Oh yeah, one more thing. The pivot screw, that thing's massive. It is just slightly under the size of this, so it's got a little bit of a indentation there, but otherwise it's a massive pivot screw, so it'll be a beater as well. But hopefully my details are getting back into it a little bit. I haven't been doing details on knives as far as blade length and whatnot lately, so I apologize for that. But I'll be getting back into it, and hope you guys have a good night again. Thanks, bye.